Um,
EA Sports.
see, they have Captain Crunch. The name is like a Captain Crunch. Alright. Alright, Mom. Alright, Mom. Captain Crunch and Captain Crunch.
Entering bringing it back screen. Entering main menu screen ultimate team. Play now is selected. Selected. Ready. Entering game
I want
settings screen.
Captain Crunch
Comment
and
even teams
Frosty
option
Snow.
set to none.
Please go. And Lucky Charms.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport.
What'd you say?
A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Entering play call screen.
Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Alabama's offense takes the field for the first time today. As important and as intense as this rivalry is, guys, it's usually one of the cleanest games of the season.
The thing about this game every single year is for so many years, it has national championship implications. Two great teams going at it in the same state. One thing's...
Challenge play is options. Controls. Options. Pause. You have 3 Accessibility is select. Entering accessibility screen. Menu narration option is set to off.
One gets looked at like down through the bottom of their nose. Like, this is a rivalry that means so much to all people in Alabama.
On the national landscape and also in the Heisman Trophy discussion, think about the legends that were almost created because of their performance in this game. Cam Newton.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. This is a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Milroe. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, Spender fella, and he's loose. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's loose. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. After the run, now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger.
Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
The Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Looking downfield, it's Thorne. And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes with that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage. Might be offsides against the defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to... And here's a fumble way behind the line. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He's in there for the 2, and now the lead stands at 10. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Thorne. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the return, it's Adams. He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Handoff from the gun. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Can anyone catch him? Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He's looking to throw it. Get it out on the screen. Giving him his pads. Touchdown, Alabama! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Incomplete on the two-point try, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if they get another chance. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They've got the screen set up. Runs through the tackle. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Adams. Slips through the line. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Offense at an empty set. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires on the run. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the tailback. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown tie! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. To the air, it's Milroe. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Bringing it back, it's Adams. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Tide with the 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Miller. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Now improvising. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses at it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down. You move on to the next game. Start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simmons. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Coming after him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Dropping back, it's Milroe. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snagged on the outside, it's Hunter. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And the ball is picked off.
QB DB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
At the 35, he's open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the entire playbook is wide open on second and short like this. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipt. Going to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. On the move at the 30. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. I know he thinks he can house everything, but sometimes you just have to take it. Stop. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, from Tuscaloosa to the Plains, there are some ornery folks and some emotional fan bases enjoying a soda pop and a lot of trash talk in this battle between the Tide and War Eagle. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole, This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Auburn plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Let's see what he can do with the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On third down, going up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. On the move, it's Adams. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Brings it in down the left side. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Touchdown, Alabama! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Back to throw, it's Thorne. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Looking for a block. It's Adams. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Offside. Defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Makes a move. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it away off his back foot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Skips away from pressure. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. Touchdown tie! And the punishment has been extended. The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out. When you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn, what matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all three phases of the game, they've been better.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Thorne. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Not exactly the ideal situation. Offense third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Handoff from the shotgun. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
This has got to be frustrating for the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
No.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. To the air, it's Thorne. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes that Alabama offense. Oh, what a cut! And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking to move it through the air. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Back to pass, it's Thorne. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Running it back, it's Adams. He's got great speed. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Open runway ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Slams ahead. Touchdown, Alabama! And the stomping has commenced.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Power ahead. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Then the short completion brings up 2nd down. To the air, it's Thorne. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football is going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there getting the sack.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Thrust that arm out. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Running through contact. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and 10 more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for a block. It's Adams. Slips through the line. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes that Alabama offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.